What would you do if you seen a huge body of water coming towards you? Would you run, or would you stand there and let it engulf you? Today I will be talking about lost towns of America, specifically Black lost towns in America. Oscarville, Georgia; Benson, Alabama; Seneca Village, New York; Susanna, Alabama; and Vanport, Oregon. Today those towns are known as Lake Lanier, Lake Martin, Central Park, Lake Martin, and Delta Park. Before we get into it, I would like to show you all what they look like, or an idea of what they look like before they were submerged underwater or deconstructed in order to make what they are today. So, Oscarville, Georgia is now known as Lake Lanier. Before it was called Lake Lanier, it was a populated town of 1,098 people. On September 8th of 1912, a white woman was raped and beaten, and Black people were accused of being the ones who done it. Shortly after that incident occurred, Black people were tormented, and on September 23rd, she passed away, and they began burning churches, houses, businesses, and whatever you can think of. Those Black people were chased, ravaged out of their homes, and all the bad things. 2 Black men were hanged for her death. Of course, to this day, we know that they are innocent, and 5,000 white people watched. Benson, Alabama Here's a picture previously, before it was now known as Lake Martin, along with Susanna, Alabama, also known as Lake Martin. So, going back, Benson, Alabama, population unknown, but it had a sawmill, its own gold mine, its own post office, a bank, and more. And Benson also had a cotton and oil and fertilizer mill, a school, as you can see, cemeteries, and more. In total, there were 12 cemeteries and 923 graves, with both combined cities of Benson and Susanna. Before the flooding of both of these towns, not many were able to evacuate. That means those Black families were caught in the crossfire. Seneca Village in New York. Its population was once 225 residents. 2/3 of those residents were Black, and 1/3 of those residents were Irish immigrants. They raised livestock and had gardens and lived pretty normal lives here. Due to segregation, this was their safe haven, and that was taken away from them as well, and is now known as Central Park. They were compensated for their properties, however, undervalued it was, and they had to vacate the premises by 1857. Vanport, Oregon. As you can see, this is the before pictures after its flooding and what it is now today. Vanport, Oregon was the largest was the largest World War II residential housing projects in the United States. And its peak, it had 42,000 residents, and this residence was considered hidden for some odd reason, because it is clearly a huge place of residence. Even though it was built with government funds, segregation was still at an all-time high. This place was one of the 2 places that accepted Black residents. However, on May 31st of 1948, it was flooded and residents were not able to get out in time. It is now known as a softball or baseball playing field, which is very popular in Oregon. Okay, you all, that concludes my presentation. I know I didn't go into depth with everything. However, I do have this video right here if you want to know specifically more about Lake Lanier and some of the other man-made lakes that took away the Black lives of families, youth, and everyone surrounding. Once again, my name is Elrica Yancey. Thank you.